Today we're gonna be going over what guns fit in which Vertx bags. I did a video similar to this before with Vertx's older bags, and the video was really popular. People really liked it, so I decided I just got in a bunch of their new bags, so I will do a new video going over which guns, which barrel lengths will fit in which of these bags. We'll go over each one of these that I have here in the video, and we'll go over a bunch of different lengths. I have a ton of them. I have this 10.3 MK18, I have a 12.5, a 13.7, a 14.5, and then a bunch of stuff in between that we can mess around with. We've got the CZ Scorpion 3 Plus, the old CZ Scorpion here. So a bunch of different type of sub guns. This AR-5K, and then also an AKV and 9mm. So this should be a really good assortment of different styles and lengths of guns. So we should be able to pretty much hit everything that you might have and be curious about. Real quick, we're using folding stock adapters on all the AR-15 style guns because even the small 10.3 is still not gonna fit unfolded in these bags. So we're using folding stock adapters. You'll have to use those if you want to put these in a bag. And I have nothing longer than a 14.5 because nothing longer than 14.5 is gonna fit in these as well. So with all that being said, let's just get right into this video and not mess around or waste any time. So the very first bag, actually it's not on camera, is going to be the SOCP fanny pack. I just want to throw this one in here because this is a bag I carry with me all the time and I use probably the most out of all these bags. So this is my Glock 45 with a Radian ramjet with a Surefire X300 and 509T. This fits with plenty of room in this bag. It's kind of hard to open this thing up because that's as full as it opens, but as you can tell, there's plenty of room in this bag. This is a setup I carry actually a decent amount, so you can fit a Glock 34 in this as well because it is flush with the flashlight. So any gun around this size, you're gonna fit just fine in this bag. And like I said, this is a bag I carry pretty much all the time. The next one we're gonna go over is the Navigator. This is one of their new bags here. And we're gonna go ahead and see probably the smallest gun we're gonna look at here is going to be the Scorpion 3 Plus. So let's take this one down and throw that one in here and see if it fits. So we got that jammed in there, and as you can tell, the 3 Plus is not gonna fit in this. It's too big. So you're gonna be looking for a gun smaller than this, which there's not a ton of some guns out there, much smaller than this gun. So this is gonna be more or less for any of your pistols that you could fit. You could fit any pistol in this size of bag. So this is just gonna be a larger pistol bag that you can fit a lot of other items as well. But as you can tell, it does not fit the smallest sub gun that I have here. So unless you have something smaller than the new Scorpion 3 Plus, it's not gonna fit into this bag. So the next one is gonna be the Commuter. As you can tell, all these bags are brand new because I still have the tags on them. So I just got them in and I really want to get this video filmed to show you guys exactly what fits in these. So let's go right into the Scorpion 3 Plus for this one. And that is gonna fit with plenty of room. Bigger Scorpion. That one's gonna fit as well. Let's try the 10.3. No, we might be able to get this thing zipped. So I got the 10.3 here, and as you can tell, I'm not able to zip the folding stock adapter because it's a little bit too wide there, and it's just a little bit too long. So if you have something just smaller than a 10.3, which I don't know a ton of people that run AR style guns smaller than a 10.3, you will be able to fit this, but definitely not the 10.3 for that one. So let's try the AKV here. It's a little bit different of a style. All right, that one is going to fit, but your muzzle device is gonna stick out a little bit. So if you have a different muzzle device or you take the muzzle device off, this does have fairly large can on there. So if you have a normal muzzle device on this, you might be able to get away with this one. But as you can tell, the muzzle device just barely slips out of there. So now let's try the Brownells BRN. This is a 10.5. Let's throw that in here and see if that fits in this bag. That one is super close. Let me see if I can't get the zipper around it. All right, I am not able to get the zipper around it, so that is the Brownells BRN. And it just barely does not fit. So you have the muzzle device just barely sticking out of this one. And I cannot get that up and around. I can get it over, but I can't get them to actually connect. So you would be just barely poking out of this one. Just since I have this one, I really like it. Let's test that. And that does fit perfectly in there. So your more sub-style guns are more meant for this bag and will fit with no issues. Next is going to be the Ready Pack 2.0. So this is a new version of the Ready Pack. I used my original Ready Pack a lot, and I carried my Scorpion with this. So in this bag, you have a concealable pouch in the back that's a little bit smaller, and you can throw like your handguns and everything in there. But what I want to do is I want to open this main pouch here and see what would fit into this one, because it's a little bit larger, and this is actually the way I would carry my Scorpion in here. So go with the larger Scorpion, because I know for a fact the 3.0 will fit in this, and that fits just fine. The top of the gun is right here, so it's pretty dang close. It's actually pretty much a perfect fit for this gun, but that will fit with no issues here. Now let's go with the 10.3 with the folding stock adapter. All right, so the gun itself fits. Right there is your muzzle device. As you can see, it is sticking out the top of the bag. Now, my flashlight is also sticking out because it makes it too wide. So depending if you have a flashlight or not, if you don't have a flashlight, that will fit the 10.3. And it doesn't protrude a ton. So if you had to and really wanted to, you could get away with it. It does stick out here on the top, but if you didn't have a flashlight, you would be able to completely zip this. So let's try the BRN. There you go. Like I said, if you don't have the flashlight way up there, it's gonna be the same thing. Muzzle device is sticking out a little bit there, but this one is able to actually zip just because the location of the flashlight's a little bit different. On my MK18, it is flush with the muzzle device. On the BRN, it's a little bit farther out. So this one will fit. Again, you're gonna have that muzzle device sticking out. So a 10.3 is going to be the absolute largest that you can fit in this bag with actually being able to keep it zipped. So now let's go with the AK, just because it's a different style of gun. I'm gonna throw this in here because I know different people like different guns. Not everyone rocks ARs. So we'll throw this one in. And again, that muzzle device is killing it. So because of how large this muzzle device is, it's making it really difficult to conceal it. So if you took the muzzle device off, it's not really gonna affect the gun any different, other than the fact that you just won't have the benefits of your blast can. You'll still be able to use the gun. So if you really want to conceal it, it would be able to zip up because the barrel is below the zippers. This just happens to be a fairly large can for the front of this, but you will be able to fit this gun in here if this is what you wanted to. You just have to rock a little bit smaller of a muzzle device. Just because I'm sure people are going to want to see it, let's throw the 12.5 in there. That's the next size up that I have. See, that is definitely a no-go. So that is definitely not going to fit in here. So the 10.3 is going to be the max that you're going to want to put in the Ready Pack 2.0. All right, let's go for the next size up, which is going to be the Gamut. And again, just like your other bags, this does have a concealable pack back here for your handguns if you want to use, but we're going off of these larger pouches because this is what I think the majority of you guys are looking for and wanting to size for, because the back pouches can fit any handgun you want. They're large enough too, but this is the pouch that you guys are really concerned about and wanting to conceal with. So let's go right to the Brownells BRN. So I got two different 10-inch guns just because they're built completely different. This one has a lot less accessories. So for those of you that aren't using nearly as many accessories, it kind of gives you an idea for that one. And the MK18 is obviously has a ton more accessories, you know, the magnifiers and the bigger flashlight. So this one is going to fit just fine. You have plenty of space for your muzzle device where it's not even going to be sticking out, which is nice. Because some of those other bags you would just be poking out a little bit or it would be pushing out. So that one fits just fine. Let's go ahead and try the other 10.5 or 10.3. Now the benefit of this bag, it almost doesn't look like they're gonna fit, but how this bag comes up and around the top here like that, that is where you're gonna get a little bit more depth for your bag and concealability. So again, your flashlight on this one is really causing problems. So I'm able to zip it up, not a problem, but it's making it protrude up here to the top because of the fact that you have that width on the top of your gun. But you are able to conceal that gun just fine in this bag. It is gonna be pushing up here on the top, as you can tell, but I don't think you're gonna have any issues with that. So that is probably, again, the longest gun you're gonna fit in this. Let's try the 12.5 just so I can say we tried it, because what I don't want is after I do this video, everyone's like, man, I really wanted to see if the 12.5 would fit or what the next size up. So we're gonna go until we can't fit a gun in here just to absolutely say we covered all of our bases. Turn on the light. All right. It actually is a little more concealable than I thought. So the only thing that is coming out on this one is gonna be your muzzle device. So the 12.5 is a lot closer than I expected. Still not gonna be concealable because your muzzle device is gonna be sticking out, as you can tell there, but I mean, it depends how much you care, I guess. But you could put it in this bag if you want to transport somebody, you want to throw it in your truck and take it to the range. But if you want to conceal it and make sure people don't know you have it, the 12.5 is just going to be just too long because the muzzle device is going to be sticking out. So if you have 11.5 and you're rocking a smaller muzzle device, you will be able to squeeze that one in and around, and it will be sticking out like pushing up on the bag, but it shouldn't be sticking out of the bag at all. So let's go on to the next one. It's going to be the base camp. So this is gonna be the next size up. Let's go straight to the 12.5 because how close it was with the gamut. I think this one might actually fit in the base camp. And I think we're right, because I think that was gonna fit just fine. All right, boom. Base camp is for your 12.5s. It's gonna fit with no issue. Have plenty of room to even push down, so I still have room in here. So let's go to the next size, which is gonna be your 13.7. So we got a 13.7. And this one is gonna be close. This one might actually fit. I try to make this video as close as possible for everybody with the lengths, but unfortunately everybody's muzzle devices and flashlight setups and the way you set your guns up are all different. So I'm trying to give you guys the best accurate information based off of the guns that I have. So to give you guys an idea of what you can fit in your guns, but obviously, like I said, everybody's muzzle devices are different. So if you have a 2-inch muzzle device, it's obviously gonna change the length of your gun. So if you're referring back to my video and saying, hey, he said that was gonna fit, but yeah, if you have a giant muzzle device on your gun or a smaller muzzle device, it might fit or might not. But I'm just trying to give you guys the best information based off of the guns that I have. So that actually surprisingly fits. So it's gonna push off. There is your muzzle device. It's obviously sticking up pretty good out of the bag, but it does fit enough to conceal it. So your 13.7 is going to fit. So now let's go with the 14.5 and see if we can't squeeze that one in here. So I think this one's really gonna depend on your flashlight setup and muzzle device. So just barely. There's no way I'm gonna be able to zip that up. Flashlight is definitely making it spread out a little bit more. So if you don't have a flashlight, might be able to squeeze it by, maybe, because as you can tell, I can just barely get that over the muzzle device, but that is sticking up quite a bit on there as well. So I would say 13.7 is gonna be the biggest that you're gonna be able to comfortably conceal this in this bag. Let's go with the AK style, and that is gonna be plenty of length for that one. And then just for fun, because I haven't used this one yet, so this is a PDW stock. I know a lot of people will still rock those. It's a little bit bigger than your folding stock adapters because of the way the stock's designed, so it's gonna give you the extra length. So this is a 10.3 as well, but it's gonna be a little bit longer than your normal 10.3s because of that stock. So let's check on that one. So that one is gonna fit just fine. Your muzzle device is right there, so it sticks up a little bit, but not very much. But the 10.5 with the PDW stock will fit in the base camp bag. So let's toss that one to the side and go over to the last one, which is going to be the Gamut Checkpoint. So it's a much larger bag. As you can tell, you've got a lot of height here on the top. So let's go ahead and unzip this. And this is one of my favorite bags to carry for my longer guns. I use this one a decent amount when transporting longer guns. So we'll go with the 14.5 to start with, because I think this one should fit in here. So the barrel does fit. So there is your muzzle device right here. The downfall for this one is the flashlight is holding it up. It's making it just wide enough to where, oh, there you go. I got it zipped. Sweet. So the flashlight is really hanging up. The 14.5 will fit. The muzzle device is right there, but that is going to be the longest you're going to be able to go. 16-inch does not fit, and that's how I've tried. Like I said, that is the largest gun you're going to fit in this one because it is pushing everything up, and I was able to just barely get that zipped up. But you're able to conceal it, but it's going to be pretty dang tight. So that is the last bag for this video. If you like this video and it was helpful to you to make a better decision on which bag you want to go with, please let me know. I will film more videos like this. I will get more bags, and I will do the exact same thing. I will just run through, do a video, and fit as many guns as I can and show you guys exactly what fit and what does not fit. When I first started getting into bag carrying, I really wish there was a video like this for me to watch, and that's why I wanted to do this, just to be able to show you guys different sizes, different lengths, different guns. I tried to get a big, broad variety of guns and styles and lengths to really help make it as accurate as possible. I'm sorry if I didn't get your exact setup. Maybe if there's a lot of interest and people really like these videos and find them helpful, I'll just buy a bunch of different length uppers and use them specifically for this video to be able to help you guys make a better decision. But other than that, thank you to Vertx for sending out these bags. You guys can use code Tactical Advisor and save 15% off your order at Vertx. They also have clothing, and I really like their clothes. I wear their stuff a lot, and their bags are fantastic. So I got a lot of reviews on their different bags. So definitely use that discount code if you guys want to order some and help you save some money. If you guys want to help out the channel, the things I do, here's a couple ways to do that. Down in the description are some discount codes from companies that I trust, and there's a link to my website as well. A couple companies that support me, and the things I do here are Howitzer and Brownells. Howitzer is a clothing brand that recently collaborated with me and made these awesome TA shirts. If you guys are interested in those are a link in the description. And they make a ton of other clothing. They donate 5% of proceeds to charity, which is awesome. And then Brownells is a company that supports me a ton. They've helped me with a ton of these builds, and what I do would not be possible without them. You can use code TA10 to save 10% on your order of $150 or more, and they have everything. And I've noticed recently a ton of people are buying these MK18 uppers, and it just helps when you spend that kind of money, because you can save a good chunk of money to be able to put towards your accessories like your optics and flashlights, and just be able to make some more upgrades. So use that discount code if you would like. It works for basically anything on their website. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all.